You could
I
hear it.
can't. There's no audio for the video right now.
There's no audio.
Yeah.
1 second.
Attendees लगे हैं. Participant हुए. Beanie को participant ना. अच्छा. Beanie, you haven't joined yet. नहीं, कुछ update ही हो रहा है. ठीक है, वापस जाओ.
Aditi just doing another trial. Huh?
There is.
There is no.
Right.
Okay,
Right.
perfect.
व्हाट्सएप मैसेजेस पे वो लाइव वाले को भेज दो तब तक एक बार मेरे को मैंने कुछ मंगा पार्टिसिपेंट्स को जाके अटेंडेंस को
That's it. Yeah.
जाके एक्सेप्ट करो बंद करो अब वो 5000 पे यूट्यूब वाले लगा कर
Hi Neha, how are you?
Hi, Vinny. I'm good. How are you?
Good as well. How's everything going?
Very well.
Okay.
Oh, that's fun, right? Just to make this. Yes.
Hi, everybody. Welcome to our webinar. We'll be starting in a minute or two. Hi, Neha.
Hi, hello.
Hi. So to start with, Neha, I would like to introduce you. So today this webinar is primarily about Qatar, and Neha is here from Branded and they represent Visit Qatar. So Qatar, as you all know, is growing as a destination within the Indian market, and it is one of the most beautiful Gulf destinations. Neha today is our expert and will guide you all through the destination and what it is about and how and why you should sell it. So Neha is sharing your screen. Neha, we have our travel partners already joining us on Zoom
Okay,
and YouTube. So we'll start with your presentation, and after that, I'll take up their questions that they'll be sending us to through YouTube and other mediums, and I'll ask some general questions about the destination as well.
sure.
We can start.
Uh, okay, great. So, hello everyone, and welcome to the Destination Qatar webinar. I'll take you through the destination. If you have any questions, like Venny said, please note it down, and then we'll take it at the end of the presentation. Um, yeah, so just give me a minute. Yes. So to begin with a little introduction to Qatar, it's basically a modern high-income nation in the Arabian Peninsula, known for its rich culture and heritage. It also has a vast, gas and oil reserve that fuels the economy in the country. It also the capital of Qatar is Doha, and it has a beautiful, beautiful blend of your modern, rich, high skyscrapers as well as, your heritage buildings. And it's really beautiful. And it also shares its border with Saudi Arabia. The neighboring nations also include Bahrain and UAE, but Saudi Arabia shares the border with Qatar. And on three sides, that's the north, east, and west, it's surrounded by water, as you can see. I'll take you through a small video to give you a little glimpse of what Qatar is.
Sunny, sunny. Thank you for that smile on your face. Sunny, thank you for that beautiful grace. Sunny, thank you for the sunshine bouquet. Sunny, thank you for the love you brought my way. Now the dark days are done and the bright days are here. My sunny one shines so sincere. Sunny one so true. I love you. I love Sunny. I love Sunny one so true. I love you.
So as you can see, like I mentioned, that it has a blend of your modern architecture, your world-class museums, beautiful waterfront promenades, as well as your cultural heritage. To give you a little idea about Qatar in numbers, in terms of the per capita GDP, it's the first Arab world, first country, highest country with the highest per capita
Neha,
GPT.
sorry to interrupt you. If you can just do the slideshow, I think the screen will be visible better.
This.
Yeah.
When
Perfect.
at okay, I'll do this. It is also a very safe country. You travel even in the middle of the night is not at all, risky. Even if you're traveling alone, group of women traveling, they are really, really hospitable people and helpful people. In terms of hospitality, also, it is the most highest ranked in the Middle Eastern countries. Also, in terms of the climate, it is a subtropical desert climate. So basically, you have year-round sunshine. and it has good mild winters. It gives you a perfect blend of European nations as well, because the winters here get really cold. During peak season, it can drop down to even 7-8 degrees in the night. It has made history in sports because it's the first Middle Eastern country to host your FIFA World Cup. Um, I'll take you through the most important part, that is your entry protocols for Qatar. Um, we have three different categories of visas to go to Qatar. To begin with, let me take you through the e-visa category. You have a website called the Haya.qa, where you have two categories of visas. The first one being the A1 tourist visa, which is designated for people who plan to visit with the purpose of tourism. If you have a planned itinerary, you can definitely opt for this visa. Uh, your passport has to be valid for 6 months. And the requirement for this particular visa is that you need to have a hotel confirmation voucher. Now, you can have a confirmation voucher from any website, any portal, any DMC, or directly from the hotel as well. It does not matter. So all you need is three documents: your passport photograph, your passport copy, and your hotel confirmation voucher. And you can just upload these three documents on the website, Haya website, and you will get your application auto updated, which you can apply. Similarly, there is a visa category called the A3 visa, which is specifically only for people who do not have a planned itinerary. Suppose you're traveling to, by a stopover, or if you have visas for UK, US, Schengen, Canada, New Zealand, and Australia, and you don't know when your return is going to be and if you're going to stop in Doha or not. So you can apply for this visa where you do not have a hotel confirmation voucher, but you still get a visa. You can apply for this visa, which is a paid visa. In A3 category, they will charge you approximately 100 riyals per visa because you're not having a hotel confirmation voucher. Whereas in the A1 category, because you have a confirmation voucher from a hotel, you do not need to pay for the visa. It's a free visa. There's no fees valid for the visa. Uh, there is another category of visa that is called, okay. Before that, let me take you again through the documents that are required for your Haya e-visa. Like I said, your passport has to be valid for 6 months. Your passport size photograph has to be with a white background. Your hotel confirmation voucher for the stay, duration of the stay also has to be valid for A1 category visa. Now, like you can see on the screen, when I ask you to upload your passport copy, it has the first and the last page as a part of one JPEG. When you go on the Haya website, the common error that travel agents make is because it mentions just upload passport copy, we end up only uploading the first page. For Indians, there is a requirement to upload the first and the last page. So you will have to do this, edit this JPEG before you upload, where you have the first and the last page of your passport copy as a part of one image before you upload on the website. Each adult application is linked to one email ID. So ideally, you shouldn't be using your email IDs to apply for any client passports or visas. That is because once you apply for a Haya visa, your application gets linked onto the email ID that is used for the application, and it remains the same till whenever multiple times you keep applying for the visa. So ideally, it's apt if you ask the client to use their email ID itself. Kids under the age of 12 can be added as a dependent on an adult application, but kids above 12 and above need to have an individual email ID to apply for a visa. The visa is free for Indian nationals, and the processing period is anywhere between 3 to 4 working days. This is the third category of visa, that is visa on arrival. For visa on arrival, you need to have a confirmation voucher only and only from the Discover Qatar website. If you land in Doha and you go for visa on arrival and you do not have a hotel voucher, they can refuse entry to you. So make sure that you have a Discover Qatar hotel voucher if you are applying for visa on arrival. I'm going to take you through a short video just to give you an understanding of the visa processes. So yeah, that was the video to take you through the visa application. It's a very easy and simple process. It barely takes 5 to 10 minutes, and anybody can apply for it on their own. Uh, to take you through the connectivity to fly to Doha from India, there are various different aircrafts that fly, like Qatar Airways, Indigo, Air India, Akasa, have a lot of connections from 12 major cities, and you have multiple flights that you can take you through cities like Delhi, Mumbai, Nagpur, Ahmedabad, Kolkata. So all your major cities, they fly to Doha. Qatar Airways and Hamad International Airport. We all know Hamad International Airport is one of the top airports in the world, and it has beautiful, beautiful structures and sculptures set up there for, taking you through, giving you different beautiful airport experiences. So even if you have a stopover, there are multiple things for passengers to do and, spend time at the airport. Of course, Qatar Airways is also again one of the best airlines in the world and the fastest growing. So these two belong to Qatar. In terms of transportation, Doha, Qatar in general is very well connected via local transport. You have your bus services, you have your Uber and Karva taxi. Karva is their local taxi, and you have your metro and tram as well. You can opt for a day pass for a metro and tram for about 6 riyals and travel all over Doha, and it's connected very well across your particular stops and places, museums, attractions, everything. They have major stops are very well connected. Why Qatar? Again, a small video that will take you through Qatar. So that was Doha for you, a different part of Doha. Earlier, we saw a video about the city life and everything, and this was more about taking you through the rest of the uh, Qatar. Uh, we have a lot of adventure sports that happen in Qatar. A few of them are listed here, like parasailing, paratriking, jet skiing, snorkeling, kayaking. There's a very, very beautiful whale shark expedition that happens during the summers. Every whale shark in Qatar is geotagged. So if you go on this expedition, you're going to definitely spot a shark for sure, and you won't come back disappointed. There is also this different kind of a sport that happens that's called paratriking, which happens in Qatar. And you have kite surfing also that happens in Qatar. There is a particular resort that Fuwairat Kite Beach Resort, which only does courses on kite surfing, sorry. Just like you have your scuba diving, snorkeling lessons, they do kite surfing lessons and certification. Up north, there's also the Al Thakira mangroves where you can, go for a beach experience and go for treks. You can also do kayaking over there. There is another experience called the Desert Safari experience in Qatar. This is a unique experience because this is the only place in the world, second place in the world where you can see the dunes meeting the sea water. The first one being Namibia. This photograph that you can see where desert safari under the desert safari experience is an original unedited photograph of the location. You have options for dune bashing, camel rides, races, glamping. You can also experience wildlife spotting. A lot of them go for photography purpose also. Beautiful magical sunrises and sunsets. Also, you can opt for experiences like dining under the stars or have a sunrise breakfast in the morning. So these are things that you can definitely talk to your vendors there and the MCs who we can connect you with to offer these experiences to your clients. Like I said, it's a world leading tourist destination, best of the Middle East, unparalleled infrastructure, and they are absolutely committed to service in excellence. They have an award winning airline, and hospitality is absolutely A1. In terms of family, you can also promote Qatar as a family destination. They have this Almaha Island, which is operational only during the winters. This year, it will be opening on the 20th of October until March, which has a Lucelle Wonderland. Like you can see a small theme park in the photograph that's called the Lucelle Winter Wonderland. Only and only operational during winters because the weather is suitable at that time. They also have really nice high-end restaurants in on the Almaha Island called the Carbone, Zuma. They also have like the Bagatelle Beach Club, which is one of the best beach clubs in Doha. And they have a really very unique experience called the Almaha Drive, where you have a circuit track of and you can rent sports cars and drive and experience what driving a sports car feels like. All your Ferraris, Porsche, Lamborghinis, you name it, and all your high-end top sports cars are there, and you can experience driving them. The 3-to-1 Sports and Olympic Museum is one of my favorite museums. It's a beautiful interactive sports exhibit that is there. All the sports that are a part of the Olympic history, from ancient to modern, are all available at display. With basically all your legends who have played or been a part of the sport, their memorabilia is available at display over here. It takes you through a beautiful history of how Olympics came to life. And when you actually come towards the end of the whole exhibit, you can experience virtual games that are there in Olympics and be a part of it and understand how it's played through simulation. Another beautiful museum is the Sheikh Faisal bin Qasim Al Thani Museum, which is basically a private collection of over 30,000 cars, arts, coins, textiles, your kayaks, your planes, all belonging to the Sheikh. There are Mughal artifacts, Indian swords. So anybody who has like a rich interest in history can definitely, or cars for that matter, automobiles, you can definitely offer this experience to them. Mosque tours. There are a lot of mosques in Qatar. There is a blue mosque that gives you a small imitation of the blue mosque in Turkey, which is there in Katara Cultural Village. But the picture that you can see here is a mosque that is in the education city. Everyone is welcome to these mosques. You have to just make sure that you are wearing clothes that for women that cover your shoulders, and men have to be wearing full pants and not shorts. So just make sure that these are little things that we have to keep in mind when we are offering certain experiences to them, keeping in mind their culture. This particular education city mosque also has got a beautiful architectural value to it. So when you actually go there, and you ask people to guess where you're going, there'll be nobody who will be able to actually guess unless they've seen it before that it's a mosque. The Al Shakab Equestrian Center is also another place in the education city. It has state of the art facilities. They have over 700 Arabian horse breeding over there, and they offer training to them. They have public tours and riding lessons as well. They have this really unique experience where you can actually see horses running on the treadmill, and they have a separate pool for the horses that they use to train their horses. The next one is the Doha Quest, again operational throughout the year. It's an indoor amusement park, one of the biggest indoor roller coaster and indoor drop in Qatar. They also, you have to make sure, certain things when you're traveling to Qatar to note is that their weekends are Friday, Saturday. So, Friday being the prayer day, they mostly open everything post 2 p.m. in the afternoon. So, if you're offering a particular itinerary on Friday, you make sure that you check all these places what time they open, and then there are different days that they have their weekly off. So although Doha Quest is not shut other 6 days of the week, but certain museums are, so you need to make sure that you go through that before you make any itinerary for your client. The Doha Quest is also some place where you can actually have right from your toddlers to adults experience rides and have fun together. Like I said, they have luxury beach clubs in Doha. Two of them, the most famous ones, are Bagatal Beach Club and the Doha Beach Club. Alcohol is served. We get these questions a lot of time, does Qatar have alcohol, or do they serve alcohol to guests, or how does it work? Can we buy alcohol when we go to Qatar, or, from duty free? So, few things to keep in mind. Firstly, you cannot buy alcohol off the rack in Qatar. All your restaurants, all your hotels serve alcohol, and uh, clients, travelers can buy from the restaurant or the hotel. When you're entering Doha, Qatar, at the duty free, there is no alcohol, but when you're exiting Qatar, there is alcohol in duty free. So these are little things you need to keep in mind. The Hilton Salva Beach Resort is one of the biggest properties in Qatar. It's about 1 hour away from the airport. It's a vacation spot destination in itself. Remember, if and when you offer this property to your clients, make sure that they at least stay there for 2 nights to get the entire experience, a minimum of 2 nights, because this property has a lot to offer. It has a private beach of about 3.5 kilometers. The beauty of the beach over here is that they have put jellyfish nets around the entire property, making the water swimmable 365 days of the year. It also has Qatar's largest water park, and People staying at the property can use it. Also, people who are not staying at the property can have a day visit over there and have fun in the water park. They have 7 signature restaurants. They have options from hotel rooms to suites to beach villas to Arabian townhouses. So, different categories as per your convenience. You like, they have their own lighthouse. In terms of activities to do there, like I said, they have one of the biggest water parks. They have the desert fall canoeing experience. They have laser tag experience. They have go-karting circuit that everybody can participate in. They are going to be coming up with a movie theater of their own. So a lot of options around and in the property itself. The facilities that the resort offers. You can do paddle boarding, you can do kayaking, you can do dolphin cruises. They have a lot of sports activities like basketball, tennis, football, all available at the property. They have 2 outdoor swimming pools. Similarly, there is another property called the Rixos Qatar Island Doha, which is in the city. This property also has a water park called the Merial Water Park, which is again accessible to people staying in the property and just to visit the water park separately as well. And it has a beach club and a kids club in the hotel. So, and again, another property that is very well suitable for family stays. In terms of art and culture, the National Museum of Qatar, called NMOQ, it's basically designed in a very, very unique way. If you notice the in the picture, it's actually, you can see these discs that are there, and those discs are what are supporting and giving structure to that entire property. It's completely pillarless and it looks like a desert rose. So it's basically, from outside also, it, like, sort of signifies what Qatar is. As well as when you go inside, they have 7 galleries that are interactive, engaging in terms of storytelling, and also highlighting a lot of India and Qatar trade. Similarly, there is the Souk Waqif, which is the traditional market of Qatar. It's again a place, basically, to just give you an explanation, it's your local market. But you have different kinds of markets within the entire souk also. You have a separate area for spices, separate for handmade perfumes, handicrafts. You have live performances, dining, a lot of things that happen there. You have textiles at display, so you can buy fabrics also, and it's a very, very popular spot for Indian tourists. For all you know, you would be sitting and having hookah or shisha at one of the restaurants over there, and there might be a sheikh sitting next to you, and you would have no idea, because that's how it is. Everyone wants to be there and experience the vibe over there. The Katara Cultural Village, again, it's a hub for art, music, theater, festivals. Like, you can see the amphitheater over there. A lot of Indian cultural events are also hosted over there, like your Republic Day shows, even yoga retreats happen over there. There are really beautiful art galleries in the Katara Cultural Village, and also they have a very, very nice high-end shopping mall called the Galleries Lafayette, and they have a Oli Oli museum for the children. So it's something, again, you can spend an evening there. They have a beautiful waterfront promenade and a series of restaurants. You have your Boho Social, you have your Saffron Spice. So a lot of Indian restaurants and other restaurants. You can definitely, do this towards like your sunset time. There is another museum called the Museum of Islamic Art. It's floating on the Doha Bay, and a very unique museum where you have your Islamic manuscripts, textiles, ceramics exhibited. So it's really nice from the Mughal India time. Shadows traveling through the sea by the day. It's basically a art installation that depicts your mirror, light, and desert landscape. It's very unique and beautiful because, like, you can see, it's made to give you and give you an entire experience of symbolism of time, journey, and reflection. So it's a really nice place for photography purpose. A lot of influencers and tourists visit there for photography. The Al Zubarah Fort is a World UNESCO Heritage Site, and it also represents Qatar's pearling and trade past. It has a lot of maritime trade history with a connection with India. The Zikrit Fort. The Zikrit is basically a very unique desert landscape. It has these beautiful rock formations in the shape of mushroom, and a lot of movies are shot there. It has like these the rocks are formed in term shapes of like sculptures. So it's a very offbeat destination. A lot of adventurers seeking like a different kind of an experience, desert experience for camping and all, you can definitely offer this particular outing to them. Then the Al Shahania camel races are also very high tech camel races that happen with robot jockeys. So you can always, check what are the dates. Like I said, from October to February is the ideal time because the weather is favorable. You can always check, when are the races and maybe offer one of the race days to the clients to, have a look at it. In terms of shopping, you have everything from your local shops to your top high-end brands. You can go to the souk for your shopping as well as your malls like the Doha Festival Mall, Mall of Qatar, Bellagio, Place Vendôme. So you can get everything in Qatar. So a few of them I've named over here. Wellness. A lot of tourism, is taking place in terms of wellness. So you have a lot of wellness retreats that happen where people want to like go for like a 3 night getaway or a 4 night or sometimes just for a 2 night getaway. So you can definitely offer Qatar as a destination to them because it's not very far from India as well. You have anywhere between a 3 to 4 hour flight, maximum 5 hours. You have various properties that are there that offer you wellness packages and spa packages. Like to name a few, Zulal Wellness is one of them, Al Masila. The Mandarin Oriental has a really beautiful spa. The Anantara Banana Island Resort also is a beautiful property that has your spa experiences. The dining experiences also. In terms of food, there are a lot of cuisines that are available. To also highlight particularly, you have veg restaurants and you have Jain food easily available in Qatar. Those arrangements can be made as per client requirement, but you have everything from local cuisine to fine dining to international cuisines. Your Nobu, Lamar, Morimoto, Sushi Samba, all restaurants are there. If you can see the photograph in international cuisines that is there, no, that restaurant is Nobu, and it is the world's biggest Nobu that is there in Doha. So this is also a very unique Nobu because it's the biggest, as well as look at the placement of the Nobu. It's like, surrounded by water on all sides. So it's really beautiful and nice. In terms of nightlife, people actually ask, we get calls and we get like queries from people, अरे दोहा में कुछ है क्या करने को, मतलब पार्टी करना है तो दोहा जा सकते हैं क्या, नाइट लाइफ कैसा है. So again, to highlight a little bit, of course, there is nightlife in Doha, which where you even have like international artists, DJs coming to play. To name a few, we've highlighted like Vertigo, Society, Black Orchid. These clubs are operational throughout your season time and are open till wee hours of the morning, 3 a.m., 4 a.m., and alcohol is served as well in the nightclubs. Coming to the most important part in terms of accommodation or hospitality, you name the properties across the globe and they are there in Qatar. Your maximum capacity of hotels are 4 star and 5 star. Of course, you have 3 star as well. You have your entry level hotels as well, but you have a lot of 4-star options and 5-star category options. And what we project Qatar as is affordable luxury. So the options that you have in terms of stay are your Sheraton Doha, the St. Regis, Grand Hyatt. Also, Rosewood is a property that is just 2 months old. It's a very new property that has opened up in Doha. Your Marsa Malas Kempinski is another property that's beautiful, surrounded by water on all sides. Your Ritz-Carlton, Katara Towers. So this Katara Towers is a very unique building. It's symbolic of Qatar and Doha because of the shape of the towers. So one side of the tower is your Raffles and one side of the tower is your Fairmont Hotel. The Banana Island Resort by Anantara is also a very unique property because it gives you an entire Maldivian feel with overwater villas. The only property in Doha or all of Qatar basically to have overwater villas as of now. The unique thing about this property is that you have your catamarans and boats available 24/7 from the land to the hotel. It's a 20-minute ride, but even if you wish to go for dinner and come back in the middle of the night, or if you're partying at the in the city and you want to come back at 3 a.m., 4 a.m., it's absolutely possible because the boats are functioning 24/7. The Fuwairat Kite Beach Resort, like I told you, is a resort that gives you certification and courses in kite surfing. The Chedi Katara is a very unique Mughal kind of a structural property. Your R Habitats, Rasabrook, and Outpost Barari are very unique properties in the desert that give you an experience, let you have an experience of glamping and staying in the desert. In terms of holiday planning, you have two options. You can either offer point to point holiday planning or stopover holiday planning. In terms of point to point, anywhere between 4 nights to 7 nights itineraries are possible. We have different thematic itineraries available, which are ideal for kids, solo travelers, women groups, short getaways or longer breaks, or even in terms of, wellness retreats. You can reach out to us and we will definitely help you out with what we have ready and we have curated. In terms of stopover, Discover Qatar has packages available from $14 for a 24-hour check-in. So you can definitely go on the website and check out what possible options you have in terms of stopover. In terms of MICE, Qatar is also one of the thriving destinations because of the economic growth in terms of the enormous hospitality options that are available there in terms of accessibility and connectivity. And also, it has beautiful state-of-the-art venues, and right from a group of 50 to a group of 800, everything can be accommodated over there. Like I said, it's strategically located to get to from any part of the world. In terms of entertainment and exhibition costs, we help you to get the licenses that range from anywhere between 500 riyals to 10,000 riyals, depending on the type of your venue. Even the entertainment license, we assist with everything. And also to highlight a few things, we give you visa support. So if you have a group of people traveling, we will help you with the visas. We will help you with procurement of alcohol for your events from the QDC. And also for a group of 50 and above, we give a subvention of 300 riyal per person. So these are a few things that, can definitely get you uh, going and pitch to your clients. Like I said, state-of-the-art venues and facilities. We have the Qatar National Convention Center, which is a 40,000 square meter of column-free exhibition space. It has 9 halls within, and it can take over 4,000 seating arrangement and 2,300 theater-style seating. So it has many smaller meeting rooms also. So depending on what the requirement is, we can definitely look out for options. The Doha Exhibition and Convention Center is also a huge place where you can have, and is exactly situated in the city center. It has 5 exhibition halls. We are just going to highlight a few hotels that have more than 1,000 square meter of space for banqueting purposes. So, you get an idea of what all types of properties are available for MICE groups. We have the Sheraton Doha. We have the Katara Towers, which is the Raffle and the Fairmont. The Westin Doha is one of the most, best-selling properties for MICE. The JW Marriott Marquis. The Regency Sea Line Beach Camp is also a very unique property that works with MICE groups because it gives you a desert feel for the whole experience. So this is also not for very larger groups, but definitely 50 to 100, we can definitely look at this property. Just a record of excellence. In terms of permission and incentive support, I already told you that we offer subvention. We will help you, procure alcohol, and we will help you with visa support and any other requirement. We will be there to assist you from start to finish. Sports and other events. Qatar is becoming a hub for sports, So the FIFA Under 17 World Cup is happening in Qatar in November. The Formula One is happening in Qatar in November again, 28th to 30th of November. Again, a big event that people in India have got hooked on to. So this is definitely one selling point that you can, look into. The MotoGP is happening in April next year. There is the 171 Qatar happening in February. There is the Qatar International Food Festival and also the Doha Jewelry and Watches exhibition happening. In terms of travel trade tools, we have the visitqatar.com website and we have the Visit Qatar app that is there to help you and get an understanding. Anytime you're stuck or anything, this is your go-to and you have all the details easily available, easy to navigate, easy to get all information, and we are always there. We have the Qatar Specialist Program that we are having for all travel agents to become a Qatar specialist. It is designed in 7 modules and it's very interactive and unique and in a way of like, it's gamified basically. After each module, you have like a couple of questions to answer and every module completion gives you one certificate and you get an overall certificate for the completion of the course. We also have incentives for those completing the certification. If you complete the certification of QSP and you send us your certificate, we will be rewarding you with an Amazon voucher. So yeah, become a Qatar specialist today. And for more information, you can always reach out to Dhira, Akshita, me, or Prajwal. The details are on the screen. Yes, so that was it about Qatar and Doha.
Thank you so much, Neha, for such valuable insights about the destination. I remember the great time that we had there after,
Yeah.
listening to you and seeing the presentation. And Qatar definitely has a lot to offer, from the beautiful skyline and to the rich culture. There's so much that, makes you want to come back again. And I'm sure today's session has given all of our travel agents enough information to sell Qatar confidently. And for any help, we are always there. We are there. Visit Qatar is always there.
Yes.
So I'll just now quickly ask the questions that our agents have, shared with us on the YouTube
Yeah.
webinar chat. Okay, so we have Days Holidays, Mr. Satwinder from Days Holidays here. Hi, sir. And he has asked, like, what is the best time to visit Qatar as a tourist?
The most ideal time to visit Qatar is from October to March in terms of ideal weather. Also, April and May are good times, but yes, it will be hot. A lot of your attractions are all indoors, so it does make a difference when you're outdoors. But if like I said, if you're ready to bear the heat that is in Mumbai or India, it's fine to travel there. But the most ideal time is October to March.
Right, right. I think that would be correct. We were there in the month of May. It is hot, but still, I think we had a great time. And
Yes.
a lot of attractions are indoors, like you mentioned. And I think by the evening, the weather is
Yeah.
anyways good. So,
Yeah, it's just your peak hours, so you have to plan accordingly. You can give all the indoor activities in the first half of the day and then the outdoor in the second half.
right, right. So, okay. So, Sami Kapadia has asked that how many nights are enough to, visit the Qatar water park?
Water park.
I
Uh,
think they
the
are
Hilton Salva.
right, right.
Is
That's
so
what they
ideally, if I'll answer both the questions. If you're referring to Hilton Salva, it's ideal to offer a 2 night stay, so you get the entire experience of the property, not just the water park. But if you just want to visit the water park, you can go in the morning and come back in the evening. It's not. In fact, we did that. We went to visit the property. Venny and I, we did a day trip. So it's possible to do it in one day, just visiting the water park. But if you want your clients to stay at the property, at least offer a minimum of 2 nights so that it's not like gaye or nikal gaye.
right, right. Okay, so we have somebody who has asked that how many nights, they should visit Qatar for. Like, what's the ideal stay as per you? What would you suggest? So
I
somebody has
ideally
asked that.
anywhere between 4 to 7 nights. We have
Hmm.
itineraries ranging from 4 days to seven, 4 nights to 7 nights. It also depends a lot on what your client is looking for. So
Hmm.
sometimes, you're just going to relax. Sometimes you're just going for history. So, like I said, we have thematic itineraries. So we can always share those itineraries with you as per your client's requirement, but anywhere between 4 to 7 nights is ideal.
Okay, right. Okay, so just give me a second. Okay, so how can Indian travel agents, collaborate with Visit Qatar for marketing support, training, or incentives to grow sales? Is there something, they can do on those lines?
So, yeah, I mean, you can always drop us emails about how you are already working on Qatar as a destination, and we will help you, depending on what you have already generated, we will help you incentivize it further. But there has to be something, for us also to show to our HQ that there are people are working on it, so we can work together and collaborate together to incentivize that. But yes, to get to that point, we can definitely give you ground support. We can give you support in the back end in terms of making itineraries, designing itineraries, connecting you with the right people. So once you get at that level where we can actually pitch for joint campaigns, then we will do that.
Okay, got it. So somebody has asked like which travel segments from India, whether it is leisure, MICE, or stopovers, are showing most potential for Qatar at the moment, so that they can promote and market accordingly.
So we do have a lot of MICE movement happening in Qatar.
Hmm.
We have a lot of leisure travel also happening. In fact, MICE and leisure are at par right now. I would say stopover comes after.
Okay, okay. I think that's a great sign for all of the travel partners. So,
Yes.
Neha, I would like to ask you lastly that what do you think makes Qatar a unique destination for all Indian travelers compared to the other Gulf countries that are there? And, that are obviously more popular at the moment, but Qatar has, been emerging as a destination. And I personally feel it has a lot to offer as I've been there. So, what do you think is there in Qatar that makes it a unique destination for the Indian travelers?
So, see, this is the most common question that we get, what is different in Qatar? Because also, one thing to keep in mind is that a lot of other Gulf countries are doing a lot of marketing promotions, a lot of advertising. So, there is awareness amongst people. But because of that awareness, there's a lot of crowd.
Hmm.
Okay, a lot of people going there, a lot of so Qatar is still untouched beauty.
Hmm.
Although it,
Right.
it it also offers you a very very unique and a different blend of Middle Eastern and European vibe and culture together. The weather also, like I said, during the winter season, which is your most ideal time to visit from October to March, a lot of attractions are open only and only during that time, because that is the time that when you're outdoors, you feel good, you can walk around, you can move around, the weather is suitable, you're not, irritable because of the weather. But your temperatures drop down to 2 degrees also at night. So it gives you like that entire jacket weather. So you feel you're in the Middle East, but it gives you an entire feel of traveling to Europe. So
Right.
even in terms of the structure and the architecture, it's beautiful just to see. It's beauty to the eyes, the unique structure. You might not even want to get inside, but if you see it from outside, you're like in awe of the entire structure that happens there. Your sunsets, your sunset cruises that happen in the evening. Even the desert safari is unique because, like I told you, it's the only second place in the world where your dunes meet the sea. So it has different kind of attractions from your Middle Eastern. Like, again, you have your mosque tours everywhere, but the mosques over here are like so different in terms of the one that I should spoke about specifically, the Education City Mosque. You wouldn't feel like you're, going to a mosque or entering a mosque. Like, you're in awe of the entire structure that's built there. So yeah, it's very different, and you will only realize that difference once you like been through the entire place.
Hmm. I completely agree with everything that you have said, Neha. So thank you so much, Neha, for joining us today. Thank you to all of our travel partners who joined us today and also stayed till the end. I hope you all found the session as insightful as I did. And Qatar truly is an amazing destination. I would personally recommend all of you to visit there yourself and promote it amongst your travelers. So thank you so much for joining us again. So this video will be available on our YouTube channel as always, and we look forward to see you in the next webinar. Neha,
Thank you.
thank you.
Thank you so much, everyone.
Okay, so Visit Qatar and Trafplan is here to support you with your Qatar booking. So reach out to us for anything and happy selling.
Yes.
Thank you.